Morning, girls. So my name's Dulcie and I'm here this morning to take you through a pregnancy yoga flow. I am mother of 4 gorgeous children and really enjoyed pregnancy yoga through my pregnancies and have trained with the glorious LushTums. And actually I'm going to direct you to their website after this session because they have a beautiful, free and really delicious, nourishing sleep meditation. So I will pop a little link in after this live so that you can be directed there if you want to extend this session with a lovely yoga nidra, just listening to some relaxing music your end. So I just adjust my music here. So maybe get yourselves ready with some chilled tunes. Make sure that you've got some nice quiet space. Have a block ready or a book will do about this kind of thick. If possible, have a cushion or plenty of cushions so that you can really get yourself into the most comfortable poses. And a blanket would be really great for any of you who are suffering a little with your knees. They can just really ease the comfort in the poses. So I am not going to be there to oversee you as you move this morning. So my dearest wish for you is that you listen to your body, which is one of the most wonderful things about pregnancy yoga. It really trains and teaches you to do just that, to connect mind, body and soul and listen to what your body is telling you. So just listen to your body. If something isn't feeling comfortable, then don't do it anymore. Coming into the wonderful child's pose is lovely and relaxing. Take a breath, connect in with your baby and make the practice feel good for you. So what we'll do is just a little meditation to start so that we arrive in entirety. We can leave all our stresses and strains, and I know from lots of my pregnancy yoga clients that anxiety is an ever prevalent thing at the moment, of course, given the situation we're in with COVID. So I really hope to be able to provide you with a nourishing, calming session. So how about we just have your palms open like this, so you're in receiving mode. Get yourself so that you are sitting your bottom higher than your feet, so hips higher than your feet, so maybe sat up on the block. Have those palms just resting on your knees. Now one quick point actually, if good morning lovely Kate, if any of you lovely women watching have SPD, could you please just adopt all of the moves so that you don't move your legs any further than hip distance apart. You'll know who you are. You will have spoken to your midwife about it. I have a whole set of moves that I can do to modify for you, but in general that's the rule, okay? To keep you safe. So let's just close your eyes. Take an inhale and just notice as the cold air rushes in through your nostrils and you sit taller. Exhale and really notice how that breath is so grounding as your shoulders relax, your body sinks deeper into the floor and you just let go. So inhaling, reaching the crown of your head up, up, up. Wonderful posture. Exhaling and just letting go, relaxing, softening. And maybe just consider, as you breathe, the incredible journey that the oxygen takes through your body with every inhale. How somehow it travels to every single cell in your body, giving it energy. And all within the space of a round of breath. It exhales again back out into the world. Maybe just take some time for a moment now to wonder in absolute awe at this process. And maybe on this next exhale, just let out a really deep sigh. One more like that, just to let go of any residual tension. So maybe get a vision of inhaling all that nourishes you. Exhaling anything that you just don't need. Physically, we do release something like 60 to 70% of the body's toxins on our exhale. So really get a sense of that nourishment and release with every breath. And of course, on the breath's travel, the oxygen it delivers to your baby is a huge energy supply. So maybe smile as you connect down with your baby. And know that you are nourishing them all the more deeply every time you take conscious deep breaths like this. Now maybe just tune into the sounds you can hear around you. You'll be able to hear your breath. Slow, conscious breaths are deeper and more audible. What else can you hear? Just paying curious attention to the space that you're in. Maybe extend that field of awareness to the sounds you can hear just outside the room you're in. I can hear the bird song, ever more prevalent, with less and less people driving around in cars in this period. I can hear my children moving around this house. Whatever sound you can hear, just smile in acknowledgement and know that it grounds you in the present moment, completely and wholly. We can only hear things right now. Maybe now bringing your attention back to your breath and imagining every inhale like a cleansing white breath moving through your body with its sparkly, wonderful light. And on the exhale, maybe a slightly murkier colour, as those toxins and all that you're releasing is let go. And then when you're ready, just gently open your eyes. Feel how even through those rounds of breath, you're so much more connected to the present moment. So now maybe placing one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart space. Maybe just gently nodding your head forward. Send some love down to your baby. Let them know that you have, in this busy life of yours, carved out time just for the two of you to connect, to breathe together, to find space, to strengthen the bond that is there for a lifetime. So send your baby a smile. And I will just introduce you to a breathing technique that I love. It's called Brahmari. Brahmari is the Sanskrit word for bee, and it is bee breath. So on the inhale, you sit up nice and tall, inhale as normal, and on the exhale, just make an sound. Until you literally cannot utter another syllable. So at the end of the exhale, it sounds like a bee just dancing around as it picks the nectar from the flowers. And it makes our exhalation even longer, really quite effortlessly. So sit up tall, take a couple of just regular breaths. And now one one long inhale. And on the exhale, make that sound. And repeat. One more time. That sound is so soothing for a spinning mind. It's really soothing for our baby who loves the vibrations. So it's a really great one to do if you're making a cup of tea or having a stressful moment, just to bring you back to your center. So let's get moving. If you could sit on your block, we'll sit in easy pose. So easy pose being a little bit like cross legs, but we're not going to cross your legs because we want there to be plenty of space and don't wish to negatively affect your circulation, cause any vein development. So hopefully you can see here my one foot in front of the other, my bottom up on the block, creating space. So let's just begin by rolling your shoulders. So inhale, roll those shoulders up. And as we do this, we are just releasing tension. And you can feel that. You can feel any little crunchy bits that are delighting in the attention you're paying to them. Maybe now extend your shoulders into that stretch. Inhale up, exhale back. Feeling that expansion as you make space above your bump, right up into your chest. Maybe take 2 big circles either side of your body. Inhaling all the way up, moving those hands slowly on the inhale and letting them fall gently behind you on the exhale. Noticing if there are any other little crunchy bits in your shoulders, that feel stretched out in delight with that move. Okay, so we'll move on to our neck. If you just drop your right ear to right shoulder, I'm going the wrong way, and then your chin to chest. And we'll just do some neck circles. So we take left ear to left shoulder then, and from here we're just painting a rainbow up and over. So no dropping the head back, creating tension at the back. Just simply dipping forward, painting that rainbow up and over with the crown of your head. Tuning into any tension you're releasing with these circles. This is a really great one for releasing any headaches that you may have. They're more common in pregnancy. Okay, so let's go back around the other way, left ear to left shoulder. Circle down, taking your head up and over. Inhaling as you dip your head. Exhale up and over. One more. Okay, and from here, just drop your left ear to left shoulder. Take your left hand and just gently pull your neck away from your shoulder. Just inhale and exhale and soften into this stretch. If you want to feel it a little stronger, you can take hold of your right shoulder. And on the exhale, just gently pull in opposing directions. You should feel a really lovely release through the side of your neck here. So one more inhale, exhale and soften. Then coming back to neutral, we'll do the other side, right ear to right shoulder. Holding onto the top of your head. On the inhale, just pulling away from your shoulder. And exhale, soften into that stretch. Again, to extend the length of the stretch, just hold on to the opposing shoulder. Inhale, sit a little taller. Exhale, soften into that stretch. Tune into the landscape of your body. And how good these stretches feel. So then coming back to neutral. Let's move your arms. I'm going to remove my jumper. Move your arms as though you're moving them through treacle. So activate your fingertips out on the floor. Inhale your hands up to the ceiling. Activate the palms. Inhale as you go, sitting up tall, making space. Exhale those hands down. Again, moving them with purpose, as though they're moving through honey or treacle. Inhale. Up to the top. Exhale down. This time we're going to pop a twist in, a very gentle twist. So inhaling up to center. On the exhale, just open your palms to the left-hand side, keeping your belly soft and to the front. It's just an upper back twist. Inhale, arms up to the center. And then we repeat to the right-hand side. So belly soft and facing forward. Upper back, feeling that gentle twist. Really good for any tension in the upper spine. So exhale down to the other side again. Inhale up. And exhale down to the other side. This time back to the center. Bring your hands together in prayer. And then we're going to open your arms out here. Opening our heart chakra, anahata. Inhale, and as you do, just imagine breathing more love in through your heart. And then exhale, just hug your elbows together in the front, gently tuck under your tailbone and curve your back. Like a cow pose, but sitting. So inhale, those arms open. Open up that heart. And then maybe imagine opening the back of your heart here as you just tuck that tailbone under, dip your head down and gently curve your back. This time opening out your arms in front of you, interlinking your fingers behind your back and inhaling as you lift your heart to the ceiling. Opening your heart, opening your capacity for love. Knowing that love has no end, no boundaries. It knows no bounds. Inhale. Open that heart up to the sky. Exhale and soften. One more here. And then bringing your hands back to neutral. We are going to circle your body, so circling around to the right, forward, to the back. Now, any circling movements that you do in preparation in pregnancy yoga is really wonderful preparation for labour, which is a very circular, fluid experience. And the baby comes spiralling out of the body, and this is a really lovely way to just stretch out your hips. So back around the other way, inhaling one way, exhaling back. And also any circles, any sitting circles when you're pregnant is really great for your digestion, because all your organs can become under pressure as your body is pregnant and your uterus grows. So anything to do with alleviating digestive issues is great. Right, so coming back to your center here, we're going to just do some pelvic tilts. So we're going to tilt forward on the inhale. So the motion I'm doing here is tucking my tailbone under, coming forward on the inhale. On the exhale, I'm doing the opposite, tucking the tailbone out, just very gently. Inhale forward, exhale out. This is a great way to balance out those sits bones. Inhale forward, exhale back. One more. deep breathing to accompany all you do. And then come back to your center. And from here we will do a little pelvic floor exercise. So with your pelvic floor in pregnancy, we are squeezing and lifting in and around the front and the back passages. So the pelvic floor is this amazing hammock of muscle, the mulla bandha, and it has 3 holes. So the sensation of locating those muscles is squeezing up and in. And you do so without tensing your thighs or your buttocks or clenching your tummy or holding your breath. It's simply an internal lift, an internal squeeze. So what we're going to do is just on the inhale, we locate those muscles and squeeze. 2, 3, 4. On the exhale, we just let them go and soften. So work on your pelvic floor is super important for keeping these muscles strong, so they can do the job they need to do in terms of holding everything in, but also training them to relax. In, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. Soften and relax, because that's exactly what needs to happen around your vagina during birth, of course. So what we'll do now is imagine we're moving our breath through an elevator system. So we're going to inhale to level 1 and hold our pelvic floor there. As we exhale, we keep the pelvic floor at level 1. On the second inhale, we lift our pelvic floor up to level 2. On the exhale, we just exhale but keep the pelvic floor at level 2. And then on the third inhale, right the way up, squeeze, and then with a big sigh, soften, blossom, bloom, relax, soften, open those pelvic floor muscles. So one more time here. Inhale on the elevator to level 1. Locate those muscles up and in. Exhale, keep them at level 1. Inhale, lifting those muscles up to level 2. Extending that stretch. Exhale, we keep those muscles at this level. Inhale, breathe up to level 3. And with a big and final squeeze, we then let go with a deep sigh. Blossoming, opening, blooming. So let's now extend your legs. So if you had your mat in front of you, your legs would be about the width of the mat. I'll come back a little, I can show you. Anyone with SPD, please keep your legs at hip width. Now what we're going to do here is just get our circulation going. I wonder if I'm better off showing you sideways, actually. I think I am. So getting our circulation going, really helping with leg cramps as well. So first of all, just flex your feet and point them. If any of you have ever done any ballet training, this was always good toes, naughty toes. So flex those feet up to the sky, point the toes down in front of you. And really feel the stretch all the way up the back of the leg when you flex that foot. Inhale one way, exhale the other. And then from here, just move those feet into more circles. The circles are going to be a theme of this class. So circle your hands and fingers as well, maybe lifting them up above your heart so that the blood has to work a little harder to pump the blood, the heart has to work a little harder to pump the blood to your extremities. So circling those hands and feet one way, then taking it back the other way, circling, getting that circulation tingling through your system. Okay, maybe now when you stop, just take a breath. See if you can feel that energy in your extremities. And then what we're going to do is, this is a really great one for digestion again. So sitting nice and tall up on your block with your feet just the width of the mat. Feet extended up to the ceiling. Imagine you're holding a enormous ladle and this is your bowl of porridge in front of you. So we are stirring the porridge as we lean forward and back inhale forward. Notice the stretch down the back of your legs as you circle forward. Match your move with nourishing breath. Massaging out your intestines. Now let's go the other way. And we're actually going to now extend these hands and pretend that we now have a paintbrush and you're going to be painting the ceiling. So painting around a big circle on the ceiling. Again, excellent, excellent for digestion. Keeping those feet activated, they will naturally want to flop down, but your legs are not doing half as much work if that happens. So consciously activate the feet. Inhale one way, exhale the other. And then when you're ready, just take those circles back the other way. So you should be starting to feel this now in your thighs as well. And then when you're ready, just bring your hands down and we will move into, let me come forward actually for this bit. We're going to keep your legs nice and wide and we're going to interlink your fingers. So taking your fingers up to the ceiling on the inhale. On the exhale, just zigzag your arms so that your left arm is a frame around your head and your right elbow down to the floor. On the exhale, inhale up and zigzag those arms the other way. Really lovely for relieving any tension in your upper spine. One more here. Okay, so just shake those arms and legs out. Bring your feet back together now. So we're pressing the soles of your feet together. Maybe hold them. Have them a comfortable distance in front of your body to make space for your bump. And just play with finding your neutral here. This is a really lovely hip opening exercise. It's really great to get deep into those hip sockets for your preparation for birth. So inhale into this space. Exhale and just let your legs fall even heavier to the floor. Inhaling. Exhaling. And then on the next inhale, take both hands like this, placing them behind you and open your heart to this moment. So inhaling, lift your heart to the ceiling. Exhale, soften with a grounding breath. Inhale, up to the ceiling. Grounding breath through your root chakra. And one more. Back to the center. So holding onto your feet. Again here, just give those knees a very gentle micro bounce, just to see if there's any more flexibility in those hip joints. Breathing as you do. One more breath. Okay, then lifting your knees up to the center and placing them down on the floor in front of you, we're going to come into all fours. So coming into all fours here, have your feet or your knees hip distance apart. Make sure that your back is nice and straight so the pregnant bump can pull with gravity down to the floor, meaning you overarch your lumbar spine. So make sure that this is lovely straight back, that you have your hands on the floor just in front of your shoulders and splay out your fingertips. Get the weight through the palms of your hands. And here just begin to circle. So as I said, circling is a bit of a theme in this class. We are made of 70 or so % water, so we are very fluid creatures and we love moving in circular ways. So maybe just gently close your eyes. Inhale as you circle forward, exhale as you circle back. And make these circles as small or as expansive as you wish. Just get lost in the motion. And then when you're ready, just take those circles back the other way. Feeling fluid, feeling light. Feeling the benefit of taking the pressure of the uterus off your pelvic floor. And now coming back to center, we're going to do a practice that is really great for when you're in labour, which is taking those circles and moving them into a figure of 8. So just imagine that with your head, you're painting a figure of 8 on the mat. So you're leading with your head and the rest of the body follows. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Now this is a great way to get into the birthing zone when you're in labour. It scrambles the left and right hand side of your brain and just takes you really nicely into a meditative place. Now, without even giving it a second thought, just let your body go in the other direction, leading with the head. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. This is great strengthening for your wrists as well. Okay, so last figure of 8. And then come back and find your neutral. And we'll do some work on your spine here to alleviate any backache. So on the inhale, tuck your tailbone under. Tuck your chin in and round and arch your back. On the exhale, do the reverse, tucking your tailbone out, being careful with that not to overarch your lumbar, and take your head forward into the center of the room. So really feeling the fluidity here of your spine. Inhale up. Exhale back. Just moving gracefully through these cat-cow poses. As though you're giving your back the most delicious massage. One more here. Okay, so find your center. Now just open your knees a little wider and we're going to drop back into child's pose here, pressing your forehead on the floor, extending your arms out in front of you, making space for your bump. Inhale, exhale here, and just let go with a great big sigh. Maybe massage your forehead back and forth on the ground. Inhale all that nourishes and exhale with a big sigh. On the next inhale, coming up to all fours again, finding your center. And we'll do some leg and arm lifts to strengthen your core. So we're going to extend first of all your left leg out behind you, flex that foot and lift it up, and then back down to the mat. We're going to accompany that with the right arm going out at the same time. Inhale as you stretch out, keep your neck nice and long, so you're painting a lovely line from fingertip to toe tip. Exhale, then we're down to center. Inhale. Exhale, down to center. One more here. And now on this fourth one, you lift up same leg and arm, but here we're going to hold it for 3 breaths. Breathing as deeply as you can. On that last exhale, release and lower that leg and arm down to the floor. So we'll repeat on the other side. So finding your center, extend your right leg out behind you, flex your foot and lift up to the height of your body. Exhale back down. Now we bring in the opposite arm. So inhale, arm and leg up to the ceiling, neck nice and long, no tension in this neck. Exhale, return to all fours. We'll do that 2 more times. As you inhale, just locate your pelvic floor on the lift. Exhale down. And then on this fourth one, we lift leg and arm and you're holding for 3 breaths. One more breath here. So lovely work for your core. So place both knees, both hands down on the floor. And from here we'll move into Super Mama pose. So extend your left leg out behind you with your foot, the ball of your foot on the floor. So you're really extending your heel long out behind you. And then extend your right arm in front of you. So you really look like you're a Super Mama hero, which of course you are. So just inhale and exhale here 3 times. Really lovely calf stretch, really good for any of you with any leg cramps. Really good to remember and connect in with your Super Mama strength. So on the next exhale, drop hand and foot and knee down to the floor and we'll go the other way. So extend the right leg out, really push that heel away. Inhale, left arm up. So 3 breaths, stretching out that calf. Extending fingertip to heel tip. Neck nice and long. Connect in with your amazing strength. And then return both to center. So from here we'll come into a rest pose. If you have a cushion handy, this is a great place to use it. So we're going to bring your right knee forward and place your right ankle by your left hand, coming into Pigeon. So just find your center here. Maybe extend the same arm as your leg. Exhale. Inhale and lift. Exhale and soften. And then using your cushion in front of you, just walk your hands down, really feeling a lovely stretch in your right thigh, and just come down onto the cushion in front of you. Inhale, feel the lengthen. Exhale, soften even deeper into that stretch. So 1 more breath here. And then on the next inhale, pushing yourself up to center, sliding that knee back, and we'll do the same on the other side. So using your cushion again, we're just going to bring your left knee forward so that right ankle is by your right wrist. Find your center here. And then extend the same arm as leg in front of you. Inhale, exhale and soften into the stretch. Inhale, elongate your arm, sitting nice and tall. Exhale and soften. And then moving your cushion in front of you. Just walk your hands down to your cushion. Head on the cushion in front of you. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, just soften and relax and surrender into this pose. Inhale, all that nourishes. Exhale, soften and relax into this pose. And the next inhale, coming up to all fours again. And I'm going to move around to the front here, but we're still on all fours. So we're going to come into tiger pose, which is a really great one for any of you with any round ligament pain. So on all fours, you extend your right foot out to the side, toe pointing forward, hips nice and central, hands underneath shoulders. Then from here you bring your left hand slightly into the centre and you paint a line up, so you're stacking your body up on the inhale. Inhale and exhale here and soften. Inhale, stretch that arm up to the sky. Exhale and soften. On the next inhale, lifting that hand up to the sky. And as you exhale, twist your palm to face the back and drop that palm into the small of your back, into a gentle twist. Exhale, soften into that twist. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, softening into that twist. On the next inhale, fold your hand back down to the front and we'll come into half moon by walking our left hand round to the side and lifting our arm up and over. Really making space here in our side body for the bump, and really wonderful one for round ligament pain. Inhale here. As you exhale, just soften into that stretch. Inhale and soften on the exhale. One more deep breath here. And on the exhale, just tuck your bottom backwards, fold forwards to the front. You're going to bring your right leg back to the centre, and we'll repeat on the other side. So extend your left leg out to the side, toe pointing forward. Bring now your right hand more slightly into the centre, and you're going to inhale up to the ceiling. Exhale and just soften into this stretch. Inhale, lifting that arm up. Stacking your body so you make a beautiful straight line, fingertip to fingertip. Exhale and soften. On the next inhale, lifting up, twisting your palm and dropping that palm into the small of your back so you're in this lovely twist. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, just soften into that twist. One more here. And on the next inhale, just bring this hand down to the floor and you're going to walk your right hand around to the side, coming into half moon. So we're now taking the left arm up and over, making space, wonderful space in your side body. Inhale here into every space available. Exhale and soften into the stretch. One more deep breath here. And then when you come out of the stretch, just push your tail back, fold your arm forward, and now come back into all fours. So from here we're going to come into standing. Now standing whilst pregnant is it's really great if you can avoid hoiking one leg up and then the other, because that can shift the pelvis, particularly with those who have SPD. It's very important to lift both your knees off the floor at the same time, so we'll practice that. So just tucking your tailbone, tucking your toes underneath. We're going to lift both your knees at the same time, walk your hands up to your body and come up to standing. Just going to check any comments here. So Victoria's watching. Hello Victoria. Okay, so we're going to come into a modified Sun Salutation here, just to energize us before we finish the flow. So coming into mountain pose, having your feet hip distance apart and a micro bend in your knees. If you just inhale your arms up to the sky and then move down into chair pose. So as though somebody has just tucked a little stool underneath you. So from here, just come forward with your elbows onto your bent knees, making space for your bump into a modified forward bend. And then imagining that there is a pile of petals in front of you. Just bend down, scoop up these petals, and then lift up and release them to the sky. So again, squatting down onto those bent knees, inhale those petals up and release, and really get a sense of release of any worries, any niggles, any frustrations that may be building in this pregnancy as you release up to the sky. So coming forward into this forward bend again. We'll come into a bent leg downward dog. So from here you place both hands on the floor and just walk your feet back so that you're in a lovely bent leg downward dog. Maybe just walk the dog gently here, making sure those feet are hip distance apart. And then lift gently your right leg up, bring it back down to the floor and drop your knees to the floor. From here, take your weight a little further forward with your hands and move your right foot forward into a lunge, making sure that the foot and knee are in alignment. So coming into this stretch, we're going to move our arms up into Warrior One and then open into Warrior Two. Dropping now your right elbow onto right knee and circling on an inhale. And exhale as the arm comes down. Inhale, arm up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. And then from here, we are going to bring that knee back to the center and move into scooping cat. So coming back onto your tucked heels. Imagine you're tracing now a marble or a tennis ball along the floor. Arcing your back up. Exhale down. Inhale forward. Exhale back. One more scooping cat here. And then from here, getting your weight into your feet, coming into a bent leg downward dog, and just gently walk hands and feet back together. So up to standing, and we can repeat that on the other side. So turning around. For me, inhaling your arms up, coming into Tadasana, mountain pose, finding your center. And then sitting your bottom down very slightly into chair pose. Exhale, coming down into a forward bend. Your feet hip distance apart. Gently letting go of any tension in your neck. Imagining that pile of petals bending down, picking up to the ceiling and release. Down, pick up. Release up to the sky. Get a sense of release and letting go as you move and come back down into that forward bend. So from here, both hands on the floor. Stepping your feet back into a bent leg downward dog. Maybe walking that dog if you fancy, just pedaling those feet. And then lifting your right leg up to the left leg up to the ceiling, placing it back down on the floor and both knees down on the floor. Bringing your hands slightly forward as you lift your left leg around to the side. Coming up into Warrior One, opening into Warrior Two. Placing your elbow on your knee and inhaling one arm up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. And then from here, both hands to the floor, tuck your toes underneath. Coming into scooping cat, so bringing your weight back onto your heels, tracing a marble or a tennis ball all the way along the front of the mat, arcing your back up. On the exhale, sitting back down, inhaling, coming forward. So 2 more like that. And then we'll finish on all fours now. We won't come up to standing because we're going to finish the practice. So what we'll do to finish is just bring your right knee, sitting down, right knee up towards your body. So it's just one more gentle twist here. On the inhale, sitting up tall. On the exhale, just release your left arm and look behind you. This is a really great one to relieve any constipation. Inhale, exhale, soften. And then switch to the other side, hugging in your left knee. Right leg extended. On the inhale, twist to the right. Sit taller. On the exhale, soften. On the inhale, sit taller. On the exhale, soften round. Okay. So I hope that was nourishing for you lovely people. If anyone has any questions, please let me know. What we'll do now to finish the practice, we would normally have a yoga nidra. I can direct you to the LushTums website for that. I'll pop that in the links as I promised. But for now, if we just come to sit with our hands in prayer and gently close our eyes and say, I give thanks for the practice. I give thanks for my body and its amazing ability to create this baby. I give thanks for my ability to become a wonderful mother. And I give thanks for all the women who have trodden the path before me to enable me to live my life right here today. So we close the practice with the word namaste, meaning the light and the love in me sees the light and the love in you. So namaste. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope that was helpful. And please connect. My name's Dulcie. I'm very happy to help you further. Have a great day.